The recording is in progress.
Hey! Mm, mm.
I mean,
We,
with this like open sound, I feel like I should have like took that and ran with it, and we did, and
we
I loved
did.
it.
We still got it. By the
I
way, I don't
mean,
mean
clearly.
some of us are in our 40s. We still got it.
Listen, some of us are approaching.
Ooh, ooh.
I know I don't look like
The
it.
the event horizon is upon us.
Turn the volume up, get us and sit down. You're listening to Carve and Chop. I can see the horizon. I have a few miles before I get there.
You know what? Can we talk about something real quick? Because I don't want to call you out on the podcast and we've not discussed something, but since we're approaching age, I gotta ask something, right?
It's miles to go before I sleep, though. So
Miles to go. Miles to go.
listen.
You and I have had many discussions on this podcast about your age and the age that you sometimes you choose to live as, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think you took a whole decade off at one point. You're just like, I'm just 27. Like, this is what I'm
Yeah.
doing with my life. And I was like, sure. I mean, you look great. You could pull it off. Like, I'm no complaints here.
Somebody I told somebody I was 27 once, and like they were like, "Wow, you look so like I would never think you're 27." I was like, "Girl, bye."
Right,
Like, first of all, I'm not 27. I'm actually older.
Yeah. It's different for me. I get a lot of you don't look like you're 40, 41 from 70-year-old men in a steam room who need glasses, you know? So it's like, that's a nice compliment, but I don't really
It's the
trust.
people you hang around, though. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, oh, wow, you look great. But I gotta ask, I'm so happy you're in the area. So happy you're nearby. It's so good to see you. But it does mean that maybe you show up on the apps where you normally wouldn't be, And I was
Yeah.
just curious. We noticed a clerical error, let's say,
Yes.
on one of the apps recently. Could you speak to the audience about speak to them about that, or what that was about?
I will speak to that in that. So this particular app, we won't give the
No.
names of them because they're not sponsoring us.
We need them.
But they ask for your year.
Yes.
And so when you're scrolling,
You're rolling. You're rolling.
you're scrolling and you stop at a 7.
Yeah. 87, 97, 77. Who
I
knows?
I stopped at the wrong 7,
Yeah.
but he had, checked other profiles
Sure.
on other apps.
Sure.
Everybody would see that I clearly
You
say
are
I'm
who
very
you are.
clever.
Yeah.
Actually, like the apps are generally one place that I don't lie, like about.
No. I thought it was really interesting how it coincided with the speaking to the universe how old I want to be. It was perfect.
It was not,
and clearly
that was
nobody
not intentional,
sure.
but also, I mean,
We are who we are. I mean,
we are who we are. And we seek what we want. We want a 50-year-old who, sometimes they're a little ageist and they want, 25-year-olds.
speak
Not
our truth.
realizing what they really want is somebody who's like intelligent that they can talk to and go to dinners with and have like mutual conversation after maybe like 3 months. And also has the energy and the Megan needs to please the areas that
Yeah.
they had. But yeah, like it was a clerical error.
A clerical error. But hey, no one was complaining about it. No one was
No,
saying
nobody said. See, this is but the reason why.
you had no idea.
The reason why I didn't know is because I don't look at my own profile. Number one,
Sure.
and number two, like they didn't question it. I guess
No.
So-
No. Why would they? Look at
I mean-
look at the specimen.
because when you look like me and you take pictures who look like me and they see me, it looks like a 27-year-old.
I mean, just
There's no like, oh my God, you took this like 40 pounds ago, or you took this like
okay,
2 years ago.
Can we talk about
Like,
this? Okay, so moving in that direction because you know, when you get on these apps and you're trying, so a lot of people get on these apps just to hook up, we'll say. But there is a contingent of people who get on the apps to like socialize and meet people in the area because they're new to the area. They're trying to find
sure.
friends, you know, trying to find somebody to go to a concert with you. I don't want to talk about it, but you know, just trying to like reach out and touch somebody. Maybe, maybe not.
Yeah.
In doing so and getting on the apps and trying to find people at network, I see a lot of people that I know, right?
Yeah.
And maybe I don't know, but know in passing. And man, when you look at the stats that they're putting in their bio compared
Yeah.
to the stats you know they got,
Exactly. Which I am not one of those girls.
no,
Like
you're not. You're not.
the only reason why it's not my exact way is because it doesn't go up that high. So,
Okay, well,
like,
first off,
let's be
that's
honest.
another discussion about
Yeah.
apps and inclusion.
Yeah.
But the let's when the age thing came up with you, it sparked this other thing about like it's one thing to be like, you know, I don't know. There's some straight up fucking liars on these apps, and I'm like, what is the benefit here? Like, what do you think is going to happen?
What
Like,
exactly happens is like you bait them,
Yeah.
and then people have too much guilt to just leave.
So, and who was it? Trixie or Katya? Somebody talked about like some hotel hookups recently where they're like, you show up and
Yeah.
you're like, one of these things is not like the others, but I'm already here, and I don't
Yeah.
want to be a jerk. But you know,
I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that at all.
no, it's like no, you
Even
promoted.
even if like I get there, you look exactly how you look, but the vibe is off. No.
Yeah. No, and it runs the gambit. It's the people who say they got 12 inches and they don't. It's like
Yeah.
that's going to come out at some point. Why lie about it, right?
Internet inches are not real inches, people.
You have to round down like 5 inches. It's like,
Yeah.
I'm packing
Well,
mine.
I would
I
say
round-
a good 3. I would say round down.
round down 3. In certain circles where you don't really get up to those high numbers, it's even wilder, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Still round down 3.
round down, round down, round down.
I've seen y'all. So
There's no point. Like, if this was simply fantasy, and this was like an online game where we weren't using pictures and we weren't planning on meeting up, like, sure, I've got 13 and I'm 7 foot and yeah, wonderful. But
I mean, y'all play D&D.
right, no, you want to live the fantasy and do it. But if we're gonna meet up on Saturday, like, what was the end game? Well,
It's the idea that men are just horn dogs and they want to have sex, and when they get there, they want to have sex.
Yeah.
Period. And it doesn't really matter what you look like. Well, bitch, it matters what you look like before you get into this or get on this or whatever.
exactly.
Like, I do the maximum when it comes to like providing the experience. And so if you can't even tell me the truth,
Why?
you don't deserve it.
No.
And that's what it is.
No. And there's it also gets into like, I don't think I have
And
any
I don't
picture-
care about age, honestly. I know that I like speak ageism and such,
Sure.
but like it's more for like a joke. But
It's a bit,
if
but
we saw my bed sheets, we would know that I don't care about age.
do don't do that. No, I'm the same way. When it comes to particularly when it comes to people like my age, slightly younger, but older, like older,
Slightly. Okay.
I'm not okay. So here's something that I'm facing right now as we're talking about age. Getting on these apps and trying to chatting with people and getting to know people. The amount of 20 to 22-year-olds
Yeah.
who are
all about
who
it.
are hitting me up And I'm
And
like,
you know what? When I changed my age, when y'all told me, and I changed it immediately,
it,
21-year-olds.
it changes. There is something in that, like,
Very weird.
there's something in that older daddy category that is
And
happening
I'm
at that
fine with it.
age.
But my thing is, my face still looks the same.
Yeah, your face looks the same, but now you're older. And now you're older. You probably have a steady job. You're rocking
Yeah.
some. I mean, you're rocking. You got some facial
But
hair going.
but it's never changed. Like
Sure,
when I said
sure.
I was 27, the facial hair was still there. I
Yeah.
didn't change my picture. Like
No, but again, now that you're older, you're more established and maybe more desirable to a certain group, right? That's like that wasn't looking before.
to a younger audience, which is
A
weird.
younger.
Y'all really need to date yourselves.
There is this. It's weird. It's like not interested. Like
No.
I can't. I don't even understand half the things you guys are saying. Like
I mean, if I'm interested, it's not for long.
no, here for a short
Because
time.
by the time you get to like some lingo, I don't know.
Yeah, no.
We're not going anywhere. If you say like baranga to me, I'm like, what the fuck does that? See, this is.
Yeah, no, that's not this podcast.
I'm not
No.
interested in Gen Alpha or.
No, and I'm not saying like go jump off a cliff.
No.
You're just not for me. Like
I'm saying like we can go to the same like events and stuff, and like if I see you, you look cute. I'm like, oh, you look good, girl.
Yeah.
But like we're not getting past.
when you get on Drag Race, I'm gonna clap for you, but that's about all I'm gonna do. That's all I got for you.
when you're, you don't even know about the challenge on MTV. Like
No, you would never. You would never.
you don't know that Tammy is more than just a basketball wife. Like
You don't know the first 10 seasons of Real World. That's not even a word.
you don't
that
even know
understand.
the first 5 seasons of Drag Race.
No, God. So we speak different languages, and that's fine.
do.
More the merrier. I'm just. That's
I'm actually
all.
surprised for you because like you tend to bend and like are interested in like other people's like culture, and like I feel like youth culture is a whole nother culture.
It is, yeah. And listen, I will always take a peek at things like music and media from a curiosity standpoint. Gen Alpha through the lens of TikTok is intriguing, but not like. You know what I mean? It's one thing to experience it from like 10,000 feet away, but I'm not going to grab dinner with it.
Yeah,
I'm definitely not going to go see a movie with it and, try to. No. I'm good. Yeah.
I have a lot of, well, maybe not a lot, but like I have a few Gen Z friends and people who are Gen Z like adjacent.
Yeah.
And I thoroughly enjoy them. Like I can understand them. I get their music. Like we went through some similar things. Like I just went through it in college. They went through it in middle school. Like that's. But when you get down into like the skibbity girls,
Nope.
I don't.
No, not doing it.
Can't do it.
And again, I want to make this very clear. This isn't a get off my lawn conversation.
No,
This is an
absolutely
understanding.
cut my lawn, please.
Yeah, come
Like,
cut it, and I'll pay you in Venmo, and then you can go somewhere else.
Yeah. And honestly, if you need a place to stay for like a couple weeks and you need somebody to wash, like you need somewhere to wash your clothes, sure, stay in the second room of my wing on the left side, for sure.
I do not want to have any meaningful interaction with you. Here to help.
I want you to win.
I'm here to support you. I'm so excited for the next round. Stay away from me.
Yeah. And maybe this is why they go to straight clubs. Like,
yeah, that's another thing. The blending of whatever they want to do, that just does not matter to them. And again, like every space is your space. That's an interesting concept.
Yeah.
Couldn't be me.
Stay privileged.
Could not be me.
Y'all are welcome. Okay.
On and upward. Yeah, no,
on and ever upward, yes.
Yeah, I just getting back on those and being like, okay. It's funny, we were hanging out with a group of friends the other night, and they're like between 30 and 40 or the age ranges. And the youngest guy there, we were talking, I forgot how we got on this conversation, but they were talking about like Did you ever play Pogs? Those little disc things that like had
Yeah, I
elementary school,
know
they
about them. I didn't play them.
slammers or Pogs, whatever. And he said this, and he's the youngest one. And I looked at him, and it was I did like, oh, we had Pogs back in my day, and I was like, oh, you know the lingo. It was very cute. I'm like, okay,
Because he's been fucking a lot of y'all oldies.
well, amen. Yeah, but
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, it's just weird to be off of those things for 5 years and then like dip your toe and be like, man, post-COVID life is different. People are.
It's different, but also the same. Like we were. I mean,
Sure.
honestly, you were 35 then, so
I was 35 and I was shopping. It's when you're on there and you're not shopping, it's like it's different. You know, it's like. Yeah, anybody going to Coachella? Anybody going to Coachella on these apps is much different than like anybody in the back room tonight. It's just it's different.
Well, for me, it's just like I don't shop. I'm shopped. Like it's like
you get shopped. You do.
Yeah,
you do.
I'm not looking. People are looking at me. Like if you see like. I go on there and I immediately go to viewers. Like I don't even go to like what.
So my dumb brain, because I'm just looking around, and then somebody mentions like, oh, have you seen like who's looked at you? I'm like, huh? And it's like,
yeah,
you hit the button, Grandpa.
Bro, we see.
These are all the people who came by. You know, It's also interesting to see like who woofed you and then who just looked and kept going. Like, you know, the window shoppers. Yeah. It's like, oh, okay, that's cool.
Or the ones who like message versus the ones who like looked, kept going. Yeah. You're like, okay, well, you saw bottom and then you like clucked up.
Right.
You're like, we're sisters, clearly.
Yeah. Bumping uglies, all good. Yeah. It's intriguing. I'm only on one of them because I'm just not ready to get all, bring them all back into my life. Again, 35 is a fun time.
Three? I have three. I think. I don't know. One of y'all know how many I got. Like, so I don't know.
One of you is tracking me right now. That's right.
Yeah. I'm not surprised. It's just like, girl, I look how I look, and, the light touches me. So.
Are you getting shopped enough to where, like, when you're in the mood, if you wanted something, you could get it?
Yeah.
Is that kind of traffic?
Yeah. Especially the places that I've been, like, in the last, like being in Atlanta, the girls live.
Right.
Being in Richmond, the girls live because I'm the only one here. Like,
right. Only one here and like /fresh meat. It's that thing. It's like maybe you've not, so it's like,
it's like, hey, oh my God, you're back. Oh my God, this. I'm like, girl, first of all, I'm back. Who are you? Like,
I don't know. Yeah. Don't know who you are. Thanks for listening.
Like, how's it being? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, girl, first of all, I don't want it. Second of all, I don't want it from you.
Yeah.
And third of all, like, thanks, but I know it's been 5 years, and I knew you when you were 60. So you're not 62. Yeah. Like, yeah.
There's that too, which is, again, another podcast, another episode. Yeah. Have you...
The girls look great in their 70s, though. I'm just saying.
No, that's the thing. Like, I'm, ain't no issue here with it. Again, age ain't nothing but a number.
It's really not. I mean, there are so many immature assholes out there.
Oh, yeah.
60, 70, might even be 80.
Yeah, now that I'm like, it's very weird, like, now that I'm back regularly, like, in the bars DJing, and I'm seeing the age ranges of, like, the young college kids up to 60, 70-year-olds out there hanging out. When you want to have fun, the mentality, that club bar mentality, it's like they're just here for a good time. So we can all have a good time. That's fine. Yeah.
I'm getting weird about things. I'm starting to like want to be near my own.
Sure.
Like, I want to be near like gay, black, fat. Like, I'm starting to be like, if you don't want me, don't talk to me. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
Let me go with my people.
Yeah.
Like, maybe we do need to segregate a little bit. Like, just a little bit, so we can, like, pour into our community. Like, really, we don't really need the targets. Maybe we need to pour back into our, groups, as such. Like, maybe we've been a little spoiled in thinking that, all these things are, where things are getting better. And I'm like, okay.
Are you arguing for segregation?
A little bit.
A little bit. Okay. That's what I thought I heard. I just want to make sure.
A little bit.
Cool.
Because when it gets muddled, people get forgotten.
Fair enough.
I just noticed, like, these kids are, like, going to these straight bars, and then the gay bars that were here that were, like, supporting us are literally leaving. Like, are literally unable to, like, sustain.
Yeah.
And then when you need a place because said you thought they were friends, but now you found out they're not, like,
Yeah.
they decide, no, we don't want you here. Where do you go?
Yeah.
You know?
That's fair.
And so, you can be a part, but also, like, a little bit of yourself is important as well.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
I mean, just like you need alone time for your person, you also need alone time in your community sometimes.
Amen.
Talk about some good things. Yeah.
That's right. You, on your recent visit to Richmond, you went to a place called The Hive, right?
I did.
What'd you think about that?
It's incredibly Black.
It was. As I would say, it is. Yes.
I got some whiting fish, some fried fish.
Oh, nice.
With two pieces of white bread. And Black people, if you know. It was beautiful. It was the 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread that I needed. And I appreciated it. Yeah, it was delicious. And it was a good time. It was a good time for sure.
Did you grab a drink while you were there at the bar?
Yeah, I don't remember which drink I had.
They had, like...
Because we went for lunch, so it wasn't
it wasn't
the vibe was a little different.
I gotcha. Yeah, when I went, I got the shrimp and grits. They did grit cakes.
Yeah.
So good. And then they have these drink specials, and we each got a different one. I got like some kind of red hot and blue, red hot and bougie, I think is what it was. So it was very, very good. But it's one of those places we hadn't heard of it before, and we got there and it's like, yes, it was so good. Shout out to the Hive. The ladies at the Hive are killing it right now.
The Hive Bar and Grill, we love you.
Yes, thank you. I was thinking about that. I was thinking about, again, you're visiting Richmond at the moment, maybe. Whenever.
I mean, by the time this comes out, who knows where I am? So
this is true. Passing on through. Any exciting things happening in Richmond or people you're visiting right now?
Well, I will say this. Like, I watched a scary movie last night with friends. I am...
The movie, a scary movie, or scary movie?
A scary movie. Like,
gotcha.
The movie was called Brightburn, I think. And basically it was an evil Superman movie.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
And so I watched that, and normally I'm the type of person who's like, girl, keep it away from me. I don't want to watch that. My spirit can't handle it.
Yeah.
I figured out the equation. I have to be able to talk, and I have to be able to shade.
Okay.
There were portions of that movie that, like a lot of scary movies, they just have like things in it that you're just like, why are y'all like picking up an alien and deciding this is the one I'm gonna raise?
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna tell them about this fucking spaceship.
Right.
like what the fuck? Like, and then like the fact that Elizabeth Banks had like bright white hair except for the roots. Like, why couldn't she keep that up? Like,
sure.
the dad just like being acting like he was the head of the household, but not at all. Like,
Interesting.
like, it was very much like, I said, leave him alone. And they still did it anyway. Like, he have no, like, leeway in this. And so the fact that I could shade the shit out of them kept me from being, like, supremely scared. And the grotesque things that happened, I was able to close my eyes at the time and not deal with that. But yeah, I think, like, if I can, like, just, I can't do it in a movie because I don't want to be disrespectful to people who have bought a ticket.
Sure.
And be like, girl, really? The Roots, please get them together. We paid too much to be here. Like, I can do that at the house, I guess.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So maybe watching scary movies is not like, and like I'm not fully against it anymore.
Interesting. Okay. Did you end up enjoying the movie on some level? Like the movie
It was
itself?
fun to shade.
You enjoy the experience.
I enjoyed the experience with the people I was with. Shout out to y'all. Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah, I've not seen Brightburn. I remember seeing the trailer and being intrigued, but
It very much was like, what if Superman was bad? Like,
yeah, I know it's James Gunn produced it. He's the guy that did the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, and he's done a bunch of other, like, before that, a lot of indie stuff. And he's doing the new Superman movie. So of course, he's into superhero stories, but also like what would happen if, like, a Brightburn. So cool. So you've seen a movie.
Yeah.
You've seen
I've
My
seen
Beautiful
2
Face.
movies. Huh?
What else you see?
I went to go see one of them days. Shout out to
that's
you,
right.
Tony. He likes movies, so we've been going to see movies. So.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I want to see one of them days. That does look good. SZA's getting a lot of good. Yeah.
SZA is a good actress. So
Yeah.
she does very well.
And she's gonna be on the Super Bowl this weekend with Kendrick.
Is she?
Yeah. So.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
And
cute.
they've got like
I love
4 or
that.
5 songs together now, so it's like,
Yeah.
so excited. So excited for Kendrick.
All the stars are open.
All the stars. Yeah, all the
Yeah,
stars. And then she's on like 2 or 3 songs on his new album. It's like,
Yeah.
well, damn, okay.
I mean, it's giving Muse. So.
Giving Muse. I mean, the Luther song is just, it's so good. It's so good.
I really wish he could bring Luther out. Ugh.
Well, I mean, you say that, and then they're going to do it with AI, and we're going to be mad.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Now, that's a little too much.
Yeah.
But if Luther was still alive, I'd like to believe that, like, he would be interested in being on stage and also being interested in being with me. So
There you go.
yeah.
I just want to hear Kendrick scream mustard. I'm so excited. So excited.
You are obsessed.
I'm obsessed. He's had such, like, I mean, obviously the Drake thing has been such a fun fucking thing to watch all year. And then for his new album to be really, really good and have the Super Bowl and, like, sweep at the Grammys, it's like Kendrick just...
Well, I mean, yeah, he's
Just fucking
it's
love.
not surprising. He's a great lyricist and great performer. So
Yeah.
he's getting his comeuppance for sure.
Yeah. So that's fun
And
to
he's
watch.
Beyonce approved, so that's all that matters.
Yeah, she's had him on at least 2 tracks now, I think, right?
Yeah.
Freedom, which is my favorite. By the way, if we're ranking Beyonce songs, Freedom is, like, by far my favorite. It's the one I listen to all the time. And Kendrick's on that one. But he's on
freedom. We love freedom.
Freedom.
It's important.
It's important. And then he's on Made in America remix? From
What's the one where like
America Has a Problem. He's on the remix of that one.
Yeah.
God, fucking love Kendrick. Okay, so that was a very weird podcast. Tim, what's making you live this week?
This lava lamp that I'm looking at in this horrible Airbnb that I'm at.
I thought it was okay. It's horrible now.
Listen.
What happened?
It is top. It's just one of them mid ones. It's giving like Um, it's giving Jada, Essence Hall. Like, she's fine. She won.
Yeah.
She's good. But she's no Jinx. Like,
Right. Right. She's no Monet.
she's no Monet. But
Not even a little bit.
like Jinx is like the one I had in Atlanta. Jinx is the apartment I had in Atlanta, and Monet is the Airbnb that I had just a couple weeks ago. Oh my god,
that thing is so good.
I was like, it's giving ass, titties, ass and titties.
Like, she just got back from Brazil. Yeah.
Yes, BBL.
It's so good.
Drizzy. Anyway,
sorry, you were saying the lava lamp was giving you life this week? Sorry, you want to finish that thought?
It's giving me as much life as I can get these days. Yeah.
Very nice.
What about you? What you dying or living for?
I'm living for all of the, like, 2024 was a female music driven year, and I watched the Grammys on Sunday, and so I'm living for Sabrina, I'm living for Beyonce, I'm living for Chapel, I'm living for Billie, I'm living for all the girls that dropped albums, and like that's not even talking about Ariana and Dua Lipa and all these other girls that dropped amazing albums this year, and the night that they had, that was just such a good show. It's by far the best Grammys that they've had in a decade in terms of like not just the music, but the show was good too. So, and then Kendrick's, you know, it was just such a good night. So I had that was making me live. So I'm like going back and listening to those albums this week at the gym, and reliving some of those best of 2024 moments. So that's making me live. And then, you know, somebody who doesn't give a fuck about the Super Bowl, I'm really excited for Sunday to see Kendrick perform. Gonna have some friends over, have some food, have a good time. So yeah.
I love that.
Very excited. Tim, where can people find us?
Well, you can find us anywhere. You can find Sploosh. You can find it inside of most men. You can find it inside of the walls of my anal cavity. And mostly and importantly, you can find us at cubandchub.com.
That's right, cubandchub.com, where you can find our episodes, look at pretty pictures of us, buy our merchandise, get a shirt or a hoodie, get our pretty faces.
We need to make new merch.
We do. Shout out to Nick Morelli, you know, did our original logo, just such a cutie patootie, and really appreciate the artwork.
Something in addition, obviously.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. We can get some more merch, but, you know, y'all keep buying it, too, if you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, Tim, it's so good to see you. It's so good to be in the same city as you, even if it's for a moment in time. And I'm excited because we're going to watch Drag Race tonight. That's another thing. We've not talked about Drag Race in a minute.
We have not, and
I'm not mad about it.
Yeah, it's not something that, like, it's not worth being talked about.
Well, I mean, I don't know that I agree with that sentiment. I'm having a good time with it.
Yeah, I'm having a good time, but
it's just not my world right now. Like, for a minute, it was my world.
Yeah. It's cute. It's going cute.
Yeah.
It's going cute. It's no like Lux. It's no, you know.
Yeah.
It's Lana, and that's okay.
We're still early in the season where there's a lot of riffraff. You know, and like we're gonna get settled.
I mean, we'll have to invite our unofficial third chair for sure.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hi, Kevin.
Hi, Kevin.
Oh,
you know, I'm living for seeing him. I saw him last week. So
that's right. You're seeing all the good people this week.
You know what? I made my rounds for sure.
You know, I don't want to hop off before I forget to say this. A couple things. 2 episodes ago, I had a bad day. And I just want to say thank you to everybody who reached out. I am fine. Going through the motions, but I'm doing good. Thanks for reaching out.
The girls were like coming through with like swords for you.
They were, and it was very sweet. And I had a couple new listeners reach out too. They're like, "I checked out your podcast. Is this what happens?" I'm like, "No, this was not a normal episode."
Usually, I'm the one fucking crying.
Yeah. So thanks for that. And then secondly, last week, obviously we had our amazing friend Davia on. And you guys showed up with the streams, which was really awesome. So Thanks for listening to her story. If you go back to that episode, Davia's Cash App handle is still there in the notes. So if you want to send her some love, please do. I know she'd appreciate it. And we'll definitely plan on having her back in the future. So
yes, we love you.
Love you, Davia. Okay. Tim, you want to watch some Drag Race?
Of course.
All right. I'll see you here in a bit. Everybody have a good week. Love you so much. Mwah.
Mwah. RuPaul's Drag Race. May the best drag queen win.